Hi. Hello. Not wearing my glasses today, am I? I felt like it was a no glasses kind of stream. I'm tired, man. So whatever. Fuck it. Danganronpa. Oh, you can see it. Let me. Now, maybe. There we go. There it is. Hello, Danganronpa. How's everyone doing today? We're having a nice day. Everything's nice on your end. So there's this weird thing happening all day where my streams aren't going on any resolution that isn't 1080. So that's kind of weird for me because I usually have the stream on like I don't know 160 just going off in the background. But now that's a problem. Sorry, I hit the mic. Whatever. So last time on Danganronpa, oh god, I have like 2 streams, and with this one is gonna be 3 that I haven't reached YouTube yet. So after this stream, I should probably go and try to port those streams to YouTube. I'm sorry, but whatever. So Danganronpa, second stream of the day. We're double fisting. It's a weird one, but you know, fuck it. I had free time. Last time, Danganronpa, we started chapter 6. We had a trial. We hit the bad end, which is actually the good end, which is the bad end, which is good because it was fucking hilarious. It was this fucking thing. Give me a second. I'll pull up that picture. It was fantastic. We had like the best fucking ending of the game, which is this. Can I window capture? I want to show you guys. Oh, you guys can just see it then. There we go. This thing. We hit the best fucking ending of the game. It was fantastic. This fucking thing was the best. It was so fucking stupid. There's so much to unpack in this fucking picture. I spent like half an hour talking to like 2 friends of mine about this ending because it was so fucking... The best part about it is the fact that you just have a picture of Toko dead. And that never is explained. That is just, Toko died, don't worry about that. Just don't worry about it. She died, it's fine. Whatever. back to Danganronpa. Back to actually playing the game. So last time we took Kyoko told us that she is the ultimate detective. She came here in order to find a certain someone. She also maybe concluded that the ultimate despair is actually 2 people. Well, yesterday we also learned that this thing was being broadcasted to the world. It's the most popular thing on TV right now. But also, apparently... Well, I didn't fully understand it until I like saw like a Game Grumps video today. And I thought that this was like super pre-planned, but apparently it seems to imply... It doesn't explain, but it seems to imply that whoever the ultimate despair is just kind of hijacked everything and made this reality murder TV show. But it's not necessarily something that was super planned. At least I don't think. But yes, last time trial, Kyoko died and we had that ending, and then Makoto came back to the real world and actually hit the second ending where we got executed but didn't because Alter Ego saved us, and then we fell in here and Kyoko came after us. Alright, let's keep talking. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monogoma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital piece of part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door into school, right? That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? We can try. Okay. Same dialogue. Okay, let's hit it. Hey Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open that door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it, and it slid into the keyhole. And then... it opened! Sweet.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Where are we going? We quickly opened the door and made our escape in the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fright had just begun. Oh shit! Chapter 06. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Okay, shit. This... And we have all the characters that are alive in there. So this might be the final chapter. I don't know how much of the game I have left. Okay. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Okay. Fortunate shot. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now you said that, I'm getting kinda nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detectives' work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. So I suppose she regained all of her memories then. Like just now, previous episode. When she was like investigating second floor of the main building. Then, is your family famous? Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like it's your family's tradition, right? So, right. Because we take pride in it. Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort? It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's extremely rational, but it's our family's creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. However... And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. What? Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You don't have so much... When you would have had so much to talk about. Wrong. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him. Okay. Daddy issues. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself. But apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. Right. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work that I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko in the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have had been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame you, you know. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. However, but there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him. and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to cut him out just like that, it's... Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone a family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Where are we? Are we gonna go back to the school, or is it outside? Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
Right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where it will come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reach my right hand up and push against the hatch. Did she tell the others, or did she come in solo? And everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, what's up? How are you here?" Well, they didn't see me die, to be fair, so... The hatch opened with ease, and so... We're here. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out here. Now we're back in Hope's Peak. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. She also said she was atoning. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
then let's just get a concrete answer. Hmm?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we find out. We're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed out the nearby surveillance camera. I mean, yes, we're inside of a room with a camera in it. Like... So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think of is going to happen isn't. Like, we talked about it earlier about how Monokuma, the mastermind, is playing by the rules every time. Give me a second. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnare. The mastermind is ensnare. That's a difficult word for me to say. I don't know why. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
And if we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it will be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay then. I suppose we're doing that. Give me a second. Okay. Leave the area. Let's go then, I suppose. Can we run into any of our friends? Or what? It's nighttime, so everyone should be asleep probably. Gym then? I suppose we can fast travel. No, I want to walk. Maybe we can run into someone. Where's the way? Okay, this way. Hey! Yoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he would react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What? But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Hmm? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blacken and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto as the Blacken and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego! You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed
am I
it.
wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. She's saying this in front of the cameras, so... If the Blacken is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blacken is me and not Makoto, and you can prove this, right?
Wow.
No, I can't. Did you say it like that? What is this, a comedy routine to make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence?
Doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with some little more time, I guarantee I'll find you some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. I know you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type. If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have fear for his life, fear for another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. That's a good line. I like that one. I like that one, Kyoko. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If we were to execute Makoto right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's in front of the cameras. Imagine what everyone out there would think if you kill Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because of what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Let's fucking go, Kyoko.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. Now you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Ah! If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have
then
to
I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours? To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. It's time for one's last showdown.
One final battle between hope and despair.
Let's go! I like all of this. This is very good. Well, that would make it for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'll probably just execute me without any other word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, you've suggested what may possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. This is all very good. Does that mean you accept? If we did things your way, there will be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause your unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's point around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. Is that koala a bear? Okay, no, we're looking this shit up. Are koalas bears? Koalas are not bears. Fuck you, Monokuma.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuru's death and solve the mystery of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth with that kind of despair, would you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we recover every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
Hey.
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious, I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. So if you kill Mukuro, you're a student. Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's a part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people that take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. So there's no mastermind that isn't a student. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why did you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Oh, okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting you ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing to despair. Hi, Mr. Cheese Streaming. How are you doing? Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Okay. See you later, Monokuma. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to climb to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out better than expected. Thank you, Kyoko, for making that play. That was a really good play, by the way, just playing to the viewers. And once again, I was in Kyoko's depth. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? They had no choice but to accept. Huh? It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let the guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, yes. Yeah, they definitely said that. And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, the kind of thing it's extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cause, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it seems
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. And so you basically taunted the mastermind by saying that hope will never lose to despair. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous!
True.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group's whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led the mastermind to revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast the skilling game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored the rules, this would have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter. Which makes the mastermind look bad in front of everybody. So, like, what is despair losing to hope, and then it's no longer despair, it's just like, it's just a crazy asshole just killing people.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves. That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they wouldn't lay a finger on me.
right.
So instead, they tried to use a class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion. To prove that the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form. It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they had violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge? Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning, essentially. I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. We don't earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time. Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it will cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. And we have to do right now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Hmm? Anyway, right now we have to go find the
shall
others.
we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, tiny bit, because I'm gonna reply to one of my friends, something they were talking to me about. So yeah, the stream won't end. It's just gonna go on the break screen. So give me a couple minutes and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about all that. Something important came up, so I was doing that. Okay, back to the game. So we're gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna hit Gilba again. Hi.
Anyway,
We have to go find the others. Yeah, okay. So let's go talk to them. Let's just walk. So we're gonna, I'm wondering if this is the final chapter of the game, if this is the final trial. We'll have to uncover the truth of what happened to that like last murder in order to fuck the mastermind up, essentially. Okay, so do we hit like the rooms of whoever? That's Byakuya, so let's hit his room maybe. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, maybe none of them are here. Hoko? Girl? This is Doko's room. Is she inside? Nothing.
Hey,
Probably, okay, probably not any of her rooms, so... Where would they be? Maybe they're in the dining hall? The warehouse? Let's hit the dining hall. It's nighttime, so... And suddenly we were greeted with... You again. Is he broken? I suppose this emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the hell?
however,
I wonder what was that all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
is that
The boys!
Makoto?
Even Toko is happy. And Byakuya doesn't look like an asshole. I like that. Bum, 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 bum.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Mm-hmm.
You survived?
Somehow.
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Shut the fuck up about Ghost Hero, for the love of God. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. My friends, two of them who I hate. Well, I only hate Byakuya. Toko, she's weird, but I don't hate her. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help it. Oh, but by the way, I was thinking about this earlier before I started the stream. But, and I'm sorry, but I have to do this. I'm taking Byakuya out of the trash. I'm taking Byakuya out of the trash. He goes back into the no zone, so I suppose we can move her one ahead now. Now she's actually on screen. But yeah, I'm taking Byakuya out of the trash into the no zone because he's been actually changing a little bit and being a little bit more helpful. So he's not as bad as he used to be. It's still pretty bad though. So it still stays in the no zone, but alright. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah man, that seriously stinks. We were in the trash, I'm sorry. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Alright, that's fun. That's fun. Dry stink, guys. Why would Toko mind though? That's kind of her thing.
Yo,
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. Do you get to talk to her? Huh. Miss Cleo. I didn't get to talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
Right.
Not too many people can say that their lives were saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we heard that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Go. You stink! Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. So sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. That smell is so smelly. Oh, there we go. There it is. Super smelly. The smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. Why is she like that? Oh, I'm a dumbass. I just looked at the screen. I'm sorry, the tier list kind of ruined everything. Okay, so literally the only thing that's happened. Well, I said it out loud, but I talked to Hiro, I talked to Hina, I suppose I can talk to them again. I win. She seems happy for some reason. I'll talk to them again so you guys can see it. So you didn't get to talk to her, huh? Sounds like you lack discipline. I lack discipline? Okay, never mind. So they don't repeat the same lines. Very few people have been saved by a computer program. Must have been quite a learning experience. Well, we figured since the trial was over, we have access to new places again, but no dice. All the rooms were locked. But there weren't any new areas. Alright. Anything else, Toko? Super smell! You smell even worse than me! She seems happy about that. Okay. What's up, Kyoko?
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain that to everyone what happened with Monokuma. Yep.
Yes.
Explain. Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class
In
trial?
other words,
We're going to redo Makoto's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me, nor any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying, it was all the work of the mastermind. What, you're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it, but his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
You
you say?
spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy, I just, you know. But executing Makoto wasn't the Blacken. Who wasn't the Blacken is a clear regulation of the it's a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blacken is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does it mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last class trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnare. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. Yeah, you have one brain cell. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain again, later. So now I know this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it, that correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking all around this time and we still don't know anything, right? You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, you said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with my master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I would say. But figuring out who the mastermind in it is, and how they kill Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, is a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search our scouts if we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Okay then. I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Because she thinks that someone might be working for the mastermind still. You can't agree, why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us a little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but Skilling Game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. So, yeah, he essentially said that the mastermind is one of the students. We just don't know which one it is, so Kyoko is worried that it's someone that's still alive, and we cannot trust anyone. And the only people who take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. There we go. There it is.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in
If the
other
mastermind
words-
really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
other words-
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking parts in the killing game. Then the mastermind is one of the students. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. I didn't muck around, you got 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people who started out, the only ones that are still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? Watch Hero be the mastermind. That would be the fucking... Well... Okay, so, well, that ending that we saw, I think the bad ending, I think that's actually just Makoto's imagination because of the way it was presented. So, yeah, I don't know. It could be Hero, the one brains will do it. Wait, we can't see for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is a possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, the ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So there must be a high schooler. You can say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
They just snuck off and control him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone singing off that many times. Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all the back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. But maybe, but still. Nighttime. Time to go to bed, 10 p.m.
This is a school
Oh.
announcement.
Straight up
You
announcement.
all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
I like that. Very meta. Very meta.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Every room? For real? On God? Every room?
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone for the beginning anyway. At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Tokami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! You didn't take me with him! Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee! You're totally useless! So, bye! With that, Toko dragged out of the dining hall, and I'm left with the two idiots and Kyoko. And now she's gone, and you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. We share one brain cell among the three of us. We're just fucking playing tennis with it. Just fucking bung, bung, bung.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go on by myself too. Okay.
Second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. This is the one moment where we could have worked together and we didn't. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really going to go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know, but
I mean,
up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just betting on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto, it's really nice of you to say, but still, I know mostly I've been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. You know, was surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall, and once again, it's just us two. Indeed. Can we work together, or does she not trust me still? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground, and then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to go check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind may be one of us, so that's what I have to prove.
I'll prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate. Oh, this music, let's fucking go. I guess I'll start by taking a long look at Mukuru's medical file. So, again, since it's the same case, when I first saw that, I was like, is that Junko's dead body? Like, is that body like an already dead body? And I don't think there was an announcement when that body was found. I think it was just Sayaka's announcement. So, yeah, because Makoto didn't get to hear that announcement up until the second case. So, Monokuma could have just cashed in on that announcement up until we found that body, and it's like, well, we only played it one time. It's Junko's announcement, after all. Because like he can do whatever with whatever dead body he has, right? We don't know what he did with the dead bodies. They just disappeared. So could have totally been Junko's because of like the fingernails and the hair looks kind of pink. So maybe. Due to the explosion, the victims' identities are known. They were, however, dead before the blast. Yes, the victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds which were several days old. That thing! With other wounds, but those were several days old. It could be Junko. She got impaled like 20 times, which is other wounds, plural, and it was a while ago, so several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuru Kusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So we should start my investigation to figure out who killed her. I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. On the second floor dorms, there were the gates down before. That should open up, right? And that I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, then to get started. Places to check. Thank you for giving me that. I was gonna forget. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Let's save. I love this music, by the way. This is such a banger. Give me a second. I have to check something. Okay. Okay, we're good. Actually, no. One last thing I have to do. Yeah. Okay, stream is running well. It's running smoothly, I believe. Everything's working fine. Sorry, there are a lot of things I have to make sure of this time. This might be the final stream, is it? Well, I'm assuming the game is gonna go for like another at least 2 hours, and do I want to keep going for another 2 hours? I kind of want to save it for like a morning stream where I might have a lot of time. So maybe I can stop the stream here. This was a short stream, a very short stream, but yeah, it would be a very short stream. That's fine. I really just wanted to do something. I was really just bored and I wanted to do something and play something in Danganronpa. But the thing is that if I investigate beforehand, if I do some investigating now and then I do the trial next time, I'm gonna forget everything that I just investigated. So, well, no. Let's actually investigate. Whatever. I think we can do that. So, what places did he say we could investigate? This was closed off, so let's go over here. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Let's go. Let's investigate. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Oh no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Okay. This is where Kyoko was at, right? What's over there? I have a map? Yeah, I do have a map, okay. Bathrooms. This is a girl's bathroom. In a place like that, I can't bring myself to go in. Come on, dude. What's in here? I like this bathroom, actually. It looks kind of nice. Nothing here, okay. Just checking. Just checking. Okay, we're leaving. I like that bathroom. It's like nicer than the one below, so... Okay, there was some graffiti in here. A lot of blood, too. I don't think that graffiti is made with blood, otherwise it would be darker. What happened here? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's biggest students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. We got a lot of shit here. There's a metal plate mounted onto the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. A coin. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I did get coins for that trial. I just don't get. I just don't think I'm gonna get any free time. I can't imagine any way to get this locker up, and I'm never gonna bother trying. I wonder if I can open this one. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. This must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms at the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open this up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran across the card reader, and then... Bit... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Okay. Not a locker. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. Card reader. Yes. 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 No. Nope. Okay, cool. Is it all the same for every single one? Because I kind of don't want to do this for every locker. Metal plate. No way to get it open. I'm gonna do it for like a couple more and then I'm gonna stop. Locked. Card reader. Yes, 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 yes. Do you have to do this every time? Gonna check that one. No. Skip. Okay. I think I'm done. With the area, yes. Nothing here. Well, this has a painting in it. It's like a giraffe coming out of a locker. Maybe that is a hint, actually. Some kind of hint. A giraffe coming out of a locker. I can only see... but if we're... From a game design standpoint, if there was something that was interactable, it would have to be different from everything else. And everything in that room looks the same, so I don't think it's the case. Okay, what's in here? There's a door. I like this room. It's nice. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere. It is the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret, so I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay, what do we have? There's a door there. It's a secret door. There's a strange gap in the wall. It's some kind of design mistake, like a structural defect or something? Defect. No, it's a door.
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. An open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hit and run? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. It's a program on the PC that I think controls it. Either enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All I know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, there's not nearly enough to go
it's
on.
true.
I looked through all this paperwork and the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Anything else in the room? Okay, let's take a look at the chair and the computer and everything. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It might have been the headmaster's. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last looks like they were interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Think we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair? There's not much though, nothing we don't already know. The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. Oh! So that confirms it. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sort of people whose driving force comes from despair. And that's all there is to it. Not much of it is there. But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete career failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to truth bullets. Just some sort of group. Geez, there's a hidden room we couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can figure it out, no way I do stand a chance. Don't worry, there might be a chance the password could be Kyoko's name. Something Kyoko would have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Huh? Sorry, I was just trying to think what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, but the idea never occurred to her. Do you mind if I try just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it. Do whatever you want. Okay.
it would seem.
I think I saw a program on the PC that might control the door. Okay, so it's on the computer. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but that's not it. I think it might just work. It might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned face to computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I type in full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. Should you type the full name or just the first name, or like Kyoko-chan or something? It opened. It was Kyoko Kirigiri. Full name on everything. What? That did it? Kyoko worked.
why?
Yeah, it's getting to her. Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Okay, gonna save. Oh, there's a picture of him holding her. I see it in the background. Oh, well, then. That sucks for her. Hey, Kyoko. I might as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Is it for her? Let me look at the picture. I better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Okay. There's a brightly colored box in here. Seems totally all ablaze here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. What, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem.
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in here?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? What? Are you saying it's something that will make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then I took a hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Is it like a literal head? Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a determined cry. Human remains. It might be her dad. It might be her dad. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? The ultimate despair killed her dad, and that's him. Just as you thought, how could you known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically, I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person might very well be the mastermind who planned all of this out. But according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he is somewhere in the school right now. It's a very paralyzing approach, I know, but okay, enough fun already. Here's a hint, I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only one who were still alive at the start of the killing game were 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in the school, but also he was dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm, she was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked into the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could have all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. She said that her pride was like the most important thing for her, but then she also gave some of that pride away in order to like see him, so I didn't know it was something a true career detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Okay. Are you okay, girl? I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a bit first. Picture. Huh? This picture... Oh my god. So faded. It must be pretty old. What? Is this picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Mm-hmm. So she hadn't seen it yet.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... It's the opposite. To now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, must have been really care about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Desk. The headmaster says it's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says in case of emergency. We can use that to open some of the lockers earlier then. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school ultimate authority, headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster e-handbook.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Hmm? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So,
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it will only inconvenience you that much.
hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Oh. It's okay. It's okay to be sad, Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you have with your dad. How you're the only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But, maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this is just an issue that can be settled with theorists. The picture doesn't change facts or what happened, what I went through. The problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry. Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Okay then. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. And it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's really no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person might very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... it's a very polarizing approach, I know. But enough. Okay, enough points. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing being had 16 students, all high school students. Only people take a single step and hold speak where the killing being end up, and the 16 students. 15 of us met in the main hall and Mukuro to the mix, and you get 16, and including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Taka and Hifumi, Celeste, and Sakura. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. We don't know that, because I'm still not convinced that that body was hers. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Yes, only those 6 people are still left alive, then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be! I refuse to believe it, there has to be some other way! There just has to be! He's thinking about who is the mastermind. And he doesn't want to believe that it's either of those people, despite Byakuya being a clear suspect. But whatever. Yeah, okay. I said I was gonna investigate a little bit and then I was gonna finish the stream. Because, yes. Something surged, so I'm gonna finish the stream. It's also, like, late. And also there was noise in the background. I don't know if you could hear it. So yeah, fuck it. That's it for the stream. Oh my god, the Mukuri Kusao flashback didn't go up today. So maybe we'll get it a little bit more later. But yeah, anyway. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking the YouTube archive. Thank you, everyone. And yes, that should be the end of the stream. What song can I... Oh, this one. I've been playing Dragon Ball FighterZ lately, so I can play this song a little bit now. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning into the stream. And I'll see you guys next stream. Maybe it will be the end of the game, actually. Next stream. We'll see. Could be tomorrow. I'm gonna work on getting all these videos on YouTube right now. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you next time, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye.